Managing your club selection is one of the key fundamentals to improving your scores out on the golf course. But without the correct club selection, it's going to be very difficult for you to achieve those outcomes. So we're going to be diving into a couple of what I believe are the most important fundamentals to making sure that you are selecting the correct club and managing yourself correctly out on the golf course. So to kick things off, when it comes to choosing the correct club out on the golf course, an important one to take note of is the yardage. How far have you got away from the golf hole? Because if you know that your 7-iron goes 182 yards, but then you've got 180 yards to the actual flag, then you know that a full 7-iron is the most reasonable choice to go for. But there are a couple of dilemmas to this. One in particular that I get asked so many times is that what happens if you're not on your A game? What happens if you're not striking the ball as well? Would you club up to a 6-iron in this instance to make sure you're getting the ball to the target as opposed to hitting the golf club out the heel or toe and leaving it miles short? Well, the trouble with doing that is if you up a club, it's only encouraging you to swing slower, less committed, more lazy, leading to more things conjuring up in your golf swings. The key to this is making sure you stick to the club that you know is the right one to go for. So in this instance, a 7-iron, and make sure you're committing to every shot. Eventually, you'll get your game back on track. Another one I would like to briefly discuss is understanding the difference between every single club you have in the bag. You've got drivers, you've got hybrids, you've got 3-woods, you've got irons, wedges, putters, and each club has its own unique characteristics that you can use to your advantage. I've got a driving iron in my right hand and a hybrid in my left hand. The driving iron is designed to be less forgiving but travel lower in flight, whereas the hybrid is designed to go much higher in the air and land softer on greens. So, however, these two are designed to go a very similar distance. The difference between them really is in the ball flight. One's lower, one's higher, and it's important that you understand which one is suited to you more in your game. So why not come down, speak to me or Graham at the Golf Projects, and we can have a look at your clubs, let you hit a couple of shots and see what we think. Are you suited more to more forgiving clubs like hybrids, or would you prefer lower lofted clubs that are designed to make the ball go a lot lower? One's going to be handy into wind and the other one's going to be handy downwind. Another fundamental is analysing the conditions and distances of each shot you play. Wind conditions, what the weather's doing, hazards around the green, bunkers, is there any ponds, streams, and also where trees are either side of the hole. Is the lie embedded? Is it on a downhill slope, uphill slope? Whatever it may be, it's really important for you to take into account. So let me give you an example of this. When it comes to, let's just say you've got 150 yards into a green, you see that there's a pond just short of the hole, but only thick, rough over the green. You might consider upping a club, so maybe from a 9-iron to 8-iron. It's no good leaving yourself short of the green because you're going to be ending up in the pond, taking a 1 to 2 shot penalty, and then you're walking off with a bogey, double bogey. But another thing to consider on this is the wind. If it's working in your favour and it's downwind on this hole, then you might want to consider taking a club less, because you know that as soon as the ball gets in the air, it's going to fly further. But if you're struggling to choose the right club in one of these situations, the best thing that you could possibly do is get a rangefinder or GPS. If you've already got one, why not use them? Because you can measure the necessary distances, the front of the green, the back of the green, to indicate exactly where to avoid, where the safest places are around the green for you to take your shot at, to give yourself the best possible chance of walking off a par or better. And another one I would highly recommend you considering is your strengths and weaknesses. Is your tendency to hit a fade going from left to right as a right-handed golfer? Or is it a shot that's going to curve right to left as a draw? Then you want to play these to your strengths as opposed to your weaknesses. For example, if you've got a hole with loads of trouble down the left-hand side, you might want to purposely hit a fade from left to right to curve the ball away from the hazard. If you suffer and hit a draw that you think, oh no, this is going to land close to the hazard, then aim further to the right. Maybe take a club less just to make sure that it's not going to reach those hazards on that left-hand side of the fairway. Doesn't matter what shot shape you play, all that matters is you hitting more fairways and avoiding more hazards. So we've covered only just a few of the many ongoing strategies and course management tips you should take note of when it comes to playing better golf out on the golf course, making sure your shot selection is on point. But if you would like to learn a lot more of these methods, I have actually created my own ebook on this subject. It is called Master Your Game, The Importance of Course Management. The links to download this ebook are in the description below. So give these tips a try, take them out on the golf course. Let me know how you get on by commenting down below. Be sure to hit the subscribe button as there's lots more coming your way, reviews, coaching tips, and the race to 400 yards, so make sure you look out for them. Thanks for watching, stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next video.